Okay, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Let me think. Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me? Let me think. What did I do? Hello? Background audio. Trying to think. Hello? Trying to think. Hey, can you hear me? But I can't hear you. Oh, now I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Good.
Okay, let me just start off. You know, um, okay. Why did you start Laguna Mystery? Because I've been watching you on YouTube for a while, and I guess you're kind of a part of the Tiki community.
A little bit. I'm a late comer to it.
I mean,
I discovered Tiki in very beginning of 2017. Some people buy a car, a hot rod, when they hit a midlife crisis. I started building a home Tiki bar.
I mean, that's awesome because I know before you had like written a book. What was it called? Like about the Chicken Ranch, which was a legendary brothel in Texas
Right.
back in the day.
Right. I've done a lot of writing. My background in journalism. And in 2016, I published a history book on the infamous Texas Chicken Ranch, which may or may not have seen a movie based on it. That little whorehouse in Texas with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. That is not a documentary.
Yeah, that's
Believe it.
awesome. Like, okay, I mean, yeah. I mean, what originally got you interested in tiki? Because I don't know if you're from Texas or not, but
I am.
Texas does not have the best surfing in the world at all.
No, it's absolutely terrible surfing.
I mean, yeah, like maybe Corpus Christi is probably the best in Texas.
Yeah, but not really. But it's still pretty bad. In 2014, my wife and I, our family, we moved into a new house, and this house had a swimming pool and had several palm trees around it. So it was very tropical. In the summer of 2016, we're floating in the pool, and my wife says, "Hey, we need a tiki bar." So I said, "Okay, I can build one." I built a little standalone bar. It had some bamboo on it, and had some thatch. And I thought that was a big deal. So we didn't know tiki existed outside of the 1950s. Okay, so I thought that was a big deal, and I had gone above and beyond way more than anyone had ever done before with a home bar. And like that Christmas during the break from work, I was like Googling or whatever. I wonder if anyone else has a home tiki bar. And that took me to Tiki Central, where there's an entire forum devoted to home tiki bar build, including people from like Lucasfilm and Disney and Pixar and all these incredible, creative, and capable designers who have these home tiki bars that far blow away anything you can see in commercial space. And I looked at my little standalone bar and thought, oh, you can't hang. You got to really up your game. And so that kind of started me going down the rabbit hole. And I have a friend in San Antonio who was following my build and he was urging me for several years to start a podcast talking about building a tiki bar. And I thought that just doesn't really work because you're talking about building things and putting things together. That's not going to convey in an audio format. So when the pandemic hit and everything pretty much shut down, where other people started sourdough starters and home baking competitions and stuff like that, I said, oh, well, put together some stuff on YouTube. And that's how it started.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny we're talking about tiki because I got a friend. He's like vacationing in Hawaii right now. Like think Waikiki. I told him Waikiki is overrated. Go to the North Shore. That's much better.
No, go to the North Shore, but respect the local. Don't be the ugly tourist up there.
I mean, yeah. Oh, have you ever been to like any tropical place like Hawaii or Australia?
Now, unfortunately, we've been to the Caribbean several times because of proximity. We've been to Jamaica several times. Fantastic place. Grand Cayman is some of the most gorgeous beachside coves that we've ever seen. But unfortunately, no, we have not been to Hawaii. That is high on our list. Visiting Australia is high on our list. Someday I'd like to go to the Cook Islands, New Zealand, all of those, but haven't been able to swing its way.
I mean, yeah, Cook Islands is beautiful. Like I mean, I've never been to any tropical place in my life. I mean, I've been to well, nah. I mean, Texas was hot, but it wasn't tropical.
When you get way down into the ground floor, it's kind of subtropical. But yeah, unless it can grow coconut palm, it's not really tropical. We've been to South Florida and they have coconut palm trees growing everywhere. So yeah, that South Florida counts as tropical.
I mean, yeah. Like, I also like how you do like the designs, like you design tikis and you do like the drink thing.
When I get interested in something, I want to do a deep dive. I want to know everything about it. And I've always been fascinated by cocktails because I didn't really understand cocktails. So bartenders were like alchemists over there, wizards knowing arcane sorcery that put these different ingredients together and come up with a fantastic drink. And so when I got into tiki, I started getting books to learn about it, like Smuggler's Cove, Beach Bum Berry Remix. And it explains a lot of it. So I just started trying them out and getting different ingredients and putting them together. And it's like, oh, wow, this isn't that difficult. And so, that just led to me trying more and more complex and interesting recipes and putting that together. And the same thing goes with the design and building of the stuff for the tiki bar. I mean, I and probably most other people who ever want to put together a tiki bar can't afford to just hire someone to come in and do it for you. So you got to do it yourself. The one thing you have is sweat equity, elbow grease. And so I learned how to do a lot of that stuff. I went on Tiki Central and other places and saw how they would use routers and other power tools to carve design in pieces of wood. Then go over it with a blowtorch to scorch it all. Then use a wire brush to rub away all of the carbonized material, so you have this really textured, artificially aged product that you can put up on your wall, and it looks amazing as trim or a decorative piece or anything like that. So a lot of little hacks and shortcuts and different ways to age things and give them a patina of use and authenticity.
I mean, yeah, and I know you write science fiction on the side too. I mean, or you used to at least, I think.
Yeah, I do occasionally. Most of the time, I look for speakers not to write. I'm one of those people. I don't like writing, but I love having written.
Yeah. So, who are your influences for your writing? Like, did you ever read like Robert A. Heinlein or R. A. Lafferty or anybody like that?
Thailand, I came to like when I was in college. Unlike many people my age demographic, I did not have access to the high-end juveniles that was so popular. I read some of the Winston juveniles, like Del Rey goes from. I read Anna Caffey, I read Tolkien. So I was a voracious reader. I read fantasy and science fiction in equal measures. Greg Bear, his stuff blew my mind. Blood Music and Eon, just, in the mid '80s, I got into that. I read Stephen Donaldson. Later in college, I started reading Martha Wells. You might know her; she's real popular right now with the Murderbot series of books. Soon to be a television series, I believe, on one of the streaming channels. Stephen Gould, not the paleontologist, but the guy who wrote the Jumper books. He's amazing. Charles Berlin, he's based out of Canada. He was one of the formative influences on the urban fantasy genre. Fantastic guy and really magical writer. So Octavia Butler, she has written, unfortunately, she more than a decade ago, really young, but she wrote some astonishingly good work, some of which is now being adopted to the small screen. I believe Kindred has been airing a series on the streaming channels. Blood Seed is really outstanding. James Tiptree Jr. Oh, wow, that's just some astonishing work back there. That was written by a woman who was one of the first employees of the CIA as it formed, and carried on for a career as an author, as a man, presenting herself as a man for more than a decade. It just became seminal work. Created a lot of controversy too, because there was arguments back and forth. How does this possibly be a man? Oh, this writing is too good to be by a woman. How does this person have so much insight into their female psyche? Well, that's because how good a writer this man is. So just really interesting insights onto gender issues within her writing and in the discussion that surrounds it. So.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. I mean, you sound like you've had like a interesting life. Like, I mean, growing up in Texas and stuff like that, I wonder, was it anything like that TV show, King of the Hill,
Now, unlike Festival of Whorehouse in Texas, King of the Hill is a documentary. So accurate. I worked for about 8 years with Dale Gribble. The guy's name wasn't Dale Gribble, but he looked like Dale Gribble, had the same attitudes as Dale Gribble, had the same beliefs as Dale Gribble. I just, oh wow, that's scary. Hank, all of the characters in that series, I recognize in some form of action. It's like that Linklater movie Bernie, the one that was starring Jack Black, about the guy who murdered a wealthy patroness and just continued on running her life and everything, but she was like stuck in deep freeze. I'm not a huge Jack Black fan, and he's fine in the movie and everything, but all of the supporting characters that they feed, all these eccentric people, I recognize each and every one of them. So yeah, some of that stuff is very, very true. As far as Central Texas, King of the Hill, there's a lot of truth based in there.
I mean, yeah, like Mike Judge, he's really talented. Like he also did Beavis and Butthead and
right,
and like Office Space.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, I worked here at Texas State University, and our library archive has the official King of the Hill production materials. So all the script, design, everything that went into making that TV series here. And we also have the materials from Bob's Burgers as well, which was co-created.
Oh yeah, I love Bob's Burgers. Like show is that show is great. Like Lauren Bouchard, all those guys. I mean, like, were you like what was your childhood growing up? Were you ever involved in like the punk rock scene in Texas at the time? Because
Oh gosh, no. But growing up, we listened to both kinds of music, country and western. I grew up in a small town, smaller than that. No, smaller than that. There were 3,000 people in my hometown. Okay. There were 88 people in my high school graduating class. It was small and rural. There were two industries in the area. One was rice farming, and the other was gravel. And that's pretty much it. It's an hour west of Houston, so that was the big city. An hour and a half the other direction to get to Austin. There were probably more cows in the area than people. It was my dad was an ag teacher, and it was just really country, rural. Yeah. So I was in high school before I discovered other music. Started listening to radio stations out of Houston, the Cars and Run DMC and Aerosmith and stuff like that, from the Houston station. So yeah, it was a very kind of sheltered life. Yeah, we went out in the country and we go hunting and all the kind of stereotypical kind of rural thing there was. I played football in high school really badly. I played, really baseball badly. I wasn't terribly athletic, but everyone did it, and so we did it. I was in the band, and I was really terrible trombone player. In hindsight, I might have been better if it was interesting, but we played, kind of classic marching band music, and so I was a trombone player, and we just just kept the beat. It was boring as hell. There was no melody. Here, once I got in my 30s or whatever, I discovered jazz, and now there's trombone shorty, and I was thinking, oh man, Tommy Dorsey, and all these great jazz trombone players. Like, all these people are awesome. If I knew I could do that with a trombone, I might have stuck with it. I might have tried a little harder. I wasn't getting incentive for that. But yeah, I had a pretty boring childhood. Except when I was like 3 years old, I got run over by a lawnmower and sliced my foot up. But other than that, it's not a whole lot of excitement.
I mean, yeah, I guess not. I mean, like my childhood was pretty boring too. But I lived in the city, but like still kind of blue collar, like.
Yeah. No, I mean, the cities, even suburbs and stuff, you get exposed. I mean, there's a lot greater population, so you get exposed to more things, and you get, punk rock and the new wave and all that. It's just, growing up in such a small town, it's bad. It's just kind of insular, and so you don't even see things in passing. I was 17 before I had Chinese food. Okay, I mean the most exotic thing in town was pizza from Italian. There was a Pizza Hut opened up. Oh, wow, you can go get Italian food.
Oh my
Before that, we had barbecue. We had like Dixie Stream Diner, in Dairy Queen. So, I mean, it was a fried chicken place sometimes. Yeah, it was not adventurous culinary stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, if you lived in a small town in Texas back then, unless you were part of an ethnic group, like, say, I don't know, if you were part of, like, the Cajun community or Creole community in Texas, then the food really wasn't spicy or interesting.
Yeah, sure. And that would be East Coast. That there's not a... Since... I mean, with the hurricane, there have been people who've been displaced from southern Louisiana, and there's been who've opened restaurants where I live. But I mean, we didn't even have in Columbus, we didn't have a Mexican restaurant. And Tex-Mex is, a staple. I mean, it's like 9 cents of my diet these days.
What?
And so growing up, there wasn't Tex-Mex and Mexican food there as well. There's more, but it's just just a lot of isolation. You don't realize how isolated you are until you step out of that bubble and start experiencing the world. And I became interested. I was like, oh, this is great. What else am I missing? I'm kind of an adventurous eater, like new experiences and things like that. So I seek that kind of stuff out.
I mean, yeah, like the good thing about me is that I grew up in a time of the internet, so I got exposed to stuff, like on the internet. Like I got exposed to like avant-garde music, like Frank Zappa and stuff like that. But the internet, like if I grew up during the time period you did in the town you did, there's no way I would have discovered Zappa. Like the people for that small town, like their musical interest probably began and ended with Bob. I don't know, like what's his name, like Bing Crosby or something.
Bing Crosby, yeah. The only exposure to Zappa I had was seeing guest on the Monkey show when MTV was doing reruns of the Monkeys back in the early '90s when this was music. They would run the Monkeys TV series late at night or alternate that with 95.9 Circus or something. So I've seen Zappa do guest spots, and then Valley Girl, that was a big novelty hit in the early '80s. But Zappa didn't show up on my radar. I heard his name, didn't really know his music very much.
I mean, that's what happens when you live in a small town. I once heard about this story. I don't know about this people who live in like the Appalachian Mountains. Like they had escaped there before the Revolutionary War, and it wasn't until like the 1940s they were discovered. And a person went to go visit them, and they said, "Okay, who's the new king?" And the dude was like flabbergasted. He was like, "What? You people have been there for that long? The new king? America hasn't been a monarchy since 1776. What are you people talking about?"
Yeah, sounds like the Japanese soldiers on those isolated islands that never believed that Japan would surrender during World War II. It was 1973. They had to get Emperor Hirohito to communicate with him personally, saying, "No, you don't have to fight anymore."
Yeah, like Japan is like they're like a constitutional monarchy. Like the king is a figurehead. And
right.
Like he doesn't have the power that he used to have, and like he's the prime minister now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Like I can't imagine being that isolated. Like maybe it's because I grew up in a city, but I could probably live in the suburbs or a small town, but living like in a real country area, I probably wouldn't be able to stand it.
It's interesting. My kids, they don't know what life is like without the internet. They're just interconnecting everything. And that changes a lot. If you can go to rural areas and still be connected to everything going on outside. So that's, I think, breaking down a lot of the. But then again, people do separate themselves into their own echo chambers online. So just because you can connect with the world at large doesn't mean people are all going to do that.
Oh yeah, like I can't tell you how many people I've seen on Twitter get into like shouting matches over politics. It's like, and the thing is they don't want to listen to each other. So it's like, oh, you're a communist. Oh, you're a fascist. So it's like child level arguments. It's like, okay, unless somebody is calling for the genocide of Jews or like for meaner ownership of the means of production, then I don't think they're a communist or a fascist, but whatever.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I avoid Twitter. I have an account, but I'm almost never on there. It's just not worth the signal to annoy.
Yeah, and politics is getting so silly in America. Like Major Taylor Greene just called Mitch McConnell like a Democrat or a communist. It's like, do people even read books? Do you even know what definitions are? Like, or do you just come up with nonsense?
Right. Yeah, they come up with nonsense. I mean, they're not looking to exercise governance. Everyone wants to be an influencer. It's all performance art. They're playing to the audience. It doesn't matter really whether they say something that is based in reality or not, like, what's going to give them the rating, essentially. How many clicks do they get? You know, is this going to be outrageous enough to lead the newscast? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you know, the sad thing is, you know, people who grow up believing a certain thing, they don't ever question it when they're older. Like I know a guy who's like a devout Catholic and monarchist, you know, and I'm like, well, and you know, to him, I'm like, well, what if you're wrong? What if the Catholic Church is wrong? What if monarchy isn't as good as you think it is? I mean, would you really want it to have been alive during the time during the Middle Ages? I mean, it's romantic. I mean, it seems romantic, but would you have really wanted to live in a time where you couldn't really move ahead unless you had the right connections and you could die from a simple disease like the cold? Like, I mean, really?
Well, you know, some people want simple answers to complex problems. And, you know, leadership can offer that. Okay, we have one person who's the undeniable leader, and, you know, they have absolute power, so they can fix it. Hey, that sounds like a simple solution to all my complicated things. I don't have to worry about anything anymore. They'll take care of it.
Yeah, and you know, like people have like these one size fits all answers to everything. Like that's why I never take the libertarians seriously, because it's like I always say libertarians are like right wing Marxists. They believe that if you just uh, deregulate, then somehow we'll live in the Garden of Eden somehow, possibly.
Yeah, I always have to respond to that by, okay, give me a list of all the libertarian utopias in the world right now. How many great nations arose based on libertarian principles? Now, at a basic level, I kind of agree with some libertarian ideas. You know, you don't want government intrusion on your individual life. But if we're going to live in a civil society, you know, I mean, come on, they're a trade-off. Either live in a libertarian paradise like Somalia, where there is no government, and they're not taking your taxes, and every day is like they're reenacting a madman, or you can live in a Western society where you got to pay taxes, but you have roads and stoplights, and the water's clean, and you're not going to get dysentery.
I mean, yeah, like I almost want to say to them, like Somalia has everything you're looking for. How come you're still in America if that's the case? It's like, I mean, or Afghanistan. I mean, they have no gun laws. Like they have like tribal law. I mean, you sure you want to live by that law?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not Sweden and Libya.
Yeah. Oh, I like Scandinavian culture. I've always wanted to visit Sweden one day.
Yeah, Sweden, Norway, even Finland now definitely have some appeal to visit. I mean, they've been civilized, quote unquote, civilized for several centuries. Really high standards of living, not too bad. I just abhor cold, or at the height of their summer, and still probably have to wear coat. You know, I'd like to visit.
Yeah, I've always also wanted to go to Australia. Like, you know, they say it has a lot of dangerous animals and stuff, but I think they might be over exaggerating a little. Like, at least when you're in the cities, like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're not having poor killed in droves, but as long as you're careful and behave yourself, don't go swimming in the murky swamps or anything where the crocodiles live, and you shouldn't be in trouble. But yeah, they have a lot of.
I mean, yeah, like
reptiles and snakes and insects. You know, kangaroo can kick your chest in if you're messing with it. But you know, just don't be an idiot.
I mean, yeah, people get all these stereotypes about Australia from TV shows. I mean, movies like Crocodile Dundee. Like, you know, like people have lived in Australia. There are people who lived in Australia their whole lives who have never seen a kangaroo.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can see them if you live in Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane or whatever. You know, they're out in the outback, in the bush, in the wilderness areas. Because it's illegal in Australia to keep a kangaroo as a pet. you can actually do that in the U.S. I mean, Purina makes kangaroo chow, so you can have a pet kangaroo or wallaby or something now. But in Australia, it's illegal.
I mean, yeah, kangaroos are surprisingly strong.
Oh yeah, very much. And like the red kangaroo, like 6 feet tall, they're bigger than man.
I mean, yeah. So where else have you traveled besides Florida?
No, I haven't traveled too many places. I've been to the Pacific Northwest a few times. Visited Vancouver, Seattle, Portland. We've driven the Pacific Coast Highway from north all down to south through San Francisco, the Bay Area, and Los Angeles. We've done road trips to the Southwest, Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, into Nevada. We've done road trips from Texas down to Florida. Gone through all the southern states. Done road trips up to St. Louis. Went to Metropolis, Illinois, to the Superman Museum up there. Visited the Cahokia Mound, Native American city that at one point had like 20 to 40,000 people in North America, and like London and Paris were like mud holes in the road. So seen those things. Been to Mexico a few times.
I mean, yeah, Mexico is beautiful.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when I was in high school and college, you could go down to the border and cross the border and not worry about anything. Maybe getting mugged if you wandered off on the tourist areas. And the past 15, 20 years, the cartels have moved into the border area, and it's just dangerous. It's just really short off tourism. So that's not something that we really want to do. Most recent time we went down to the Yucatan, which is still pretty stable. We have mentioned they have cartel violence there. Visited a lot of the regions like Tulum
I mean, yeah, like
and San Bernardino, and the ruins down there from the Mayans are just astonishing. It's phenomenal. We went to Uxmal, which was this huge city, and 75% of it is still buried in hills under the ground. What they've excavated is astounding, spectacular, but most of the city's still buried.
I mean, yeah, oh yeah, that reminds me, like the country singer, I forgot what his name was, something Taylor, but he said when he was a teenager in the 50s, he would drive across the border to a place called Boys Town, which was a brothel area.
Yeah, they have lots of border prostitution. Anywhere along the border, Tijuana, Flores, Matamoros, Nuevo Laredo, they had that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, I think he said he went there to lose his virginity.
Could be. I mean, that was different area. I mean, that's extreme poverty drives a lot of that.
I mean,
fortunately, the economy is improving and the standard of living is increasing across the country. But there was a time when that was one of the few ways of making money along the border.
I mean, yeah, like. Oh, would you ever like have one of your books made into a TV show? Like,
any author would love to have the book option for a TV show or documentary movie, because that means you get paid for it. I had a couple of different places were looking at the Chicken Ranch book right when it was published, but none of them pulled the trigger, and so I didn't get any options. Still available if you know anyone who wants to buy the rights.
I mean, you could always go to Netflix.
Yeah, well, I can go to Netflix. That doesn't mean that Netflix is going to come to me.
I mean, good point.
Yeah, if Netflix wants to option the rights to my both of them, by all means, I will be more than happy to take them. HBO Max, yeah, Hulu. Hey, Disney Plus. Disney Plus wants to make a Chicken Ranch series, and I will be more than happy to set them.
Oh man, HBO Max they kind of messed up, but then they bounced back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made like that crappy Velma TV show. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I haven't heard good things about it. Hey, listen, hey, it's been good talking to you, but I'm about to have to run. Okay?
Well, okay. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, it was great talking with you too. Don't be strangers. Okay?
All right.